Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to All Stock Trades. How's everybody doing today? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely we had a slow start today. I misanticipated how battle tested and battle ready this new setup is. So obviously I changed some things around from yesterday's picture that I sent on the private stock terminal. By the way, also I nicked my neck. I don't know if you could see. So I got a new blade and I kind of just nicked it. So I had to stop the the bleeding there. So sorry about that. But now let me see here. I wanted to show you something. If I may, I got to look at my picture here. I sent a picture of the setup. So let me show you the setup. So as you can see, this is a very complex setup, right? You got a triple screen setup mounted on the desk. There's the iPad we teach on. And here's the exterior of the computer that you just plug and it plays. Plug and play. So this is my Phoenix studio. Obviously, it's not the best. It's in one of the properties we have. It's in one of the properties we have. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb here. So it's in one of the properties we own, ladies and gentlemen. It's in one of the properties. And this is the model room. So I took it over. So it's really nice. So you see this setup, and I'm just going to take this when I leave and just kind of put a shit to the corner here, and ultimately be able to use it. Obviously, my Tucson studio is way more sophisticated, but this is pretty damn good for a studio on the go, right? So that's kind of what we have here. So I'm able to code and program. So I have my triple screen setup. So that's why it took some time as well. How to kill the weakness inside of you. I'm going to listen to that, Master. I just got your message on the Discord here. Okay, so there's a lot of things we need to talk about. Lots of things. So we're just going to get to it. We're going to need this. Then also, I was at the gym yesterday and I saw this at Lifetime Fitness, is that Medicare Advantage supplement benefits. So, Medicare Advantage everywhere. It's here to stay. So I haven't looked over it yet. I was thinking we just share that together. We kind of read it together and we'll be like, see what's going on. Obviously, if I had to choose, I would choose Medicare Advantage over traditional because it includes more things. And Mayo is going to have to switch, Mayo Clinic. So as we're making the video, we were up about $41,000 on the day to 1.174 million on the portfolio. Just a few months ago, we were up at 1.4 million. So we're definitely on our way up. And I'm going to go ahead and explain the situation. So right now, the market is experiencing a little bit of a downward trend, as you can see. And ultimately, you need that because it can't just be up, 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 right? Because if you look at it, a week, we're up 91K. And if we go all the way down here, we were at 1 million and now we're at 1.66 million. So in 1 week, we went up $166,000. So there needs to be some form of consolidation. Okay. Year to date, we're looking pretty sexy, right? On the year, it's looking sexy, 620. So we're on our way upwards to the mountaintop here. Okay. So very excited to that regards. Now, in terms of cover calls and cash secured puts, just to give you an example, based off of where we're at right now, we would be crazy to do this. But if you don't care about the stock price and you just want to bleed out your shares and you don't care about taxes, and let's assume that we're at $100 right now and you're ready to do cover calls based off of the amount of money in this portfolio. If you were to do cover calls expiring this week, and this is silly, for $350, this is silly, right? you can make about $58,000 a week based off of today's value. And that's you not giving a damn in the Kahoot about where the stock price is. You don't care if you do. Like, why would you do that? I get it. But it's just you wanting to sell, and you could just you reverse it. So the next week you would do you want them in the money, right? Later on when I just want to pull money out of the market. So next week, cash secured put drops significantly down. So you would then all of a sudden go ahead and make around 15.3K. So let's use 15.3K. So based off of this, 15.3K multiplied by 4, that's about 61K per month. Now, you take that divided by, the portfolio, that's about 5% per month. That's a lot of money. That's about 5.5%. So the reason why I'm not doing cover calls now is I'm trying to get to that 5.5% because let's assume we get to a stock price of around $35. Let's just use this portfolio for now. That's about $11 million, right? $11,025,000. Right? So you go ahead and multiply that. So then now you would make, divide by 4. You would make $151,000 a week. $151,593. Right? So every month you would make $600K. Multiply that by 12, you're making 7.2 mil. And imagine extracting that from the options chain, extracting that and just making all that money. And that's pretty much what we're doing, right? It's being done on the other portfolio right now, on the 15 mil portfolio. We're doing it on Palantir. We're doing it on Tesla, of course, and a whole bunch of skew of things, right? Robinhood, all of it. SoFi, right? So we're just pulling all that money out. So soon we're going to go ahead and then doing it when the time comes, when the stock is trading above its intrinsic value. Because if the stock is trading above intrinsic value, I want to sell. So might as well make money off of my selling and just pull as much as I can. Because I ultimately want to get rid of them. And there'll be a time where Clover is trading above its intrinsic value. And if it's like 2-3 years ahead, then we will just milk the crap out of the share count. Now, one moment for a sec. Let me go ahead and give me a moment. Let me just go ahead and get something right now.
Got the secrets in his hand. Retail heroes taking over this land. Trading stocks with a master plan. Fortunes rising on the Clover brand. Numbers rolling, deals never stop. Bulls are charging, markets gonna pop. Albert's wisdom higher than the top. With Clover Health we'll hit the jackpot. Fortune calls, Albert leads the way. Retail winners here to seize the day. Clover's Health, dollars gonna sway. In this.
All right, perfect. All right, sounds good. So we're back in action now. Let me go ahead and go over the comments. What's going on? Turn up toy, smash the like. Excellent, excellent. Oh, Rick, I saw your email. Sorry, it's been a crazy morning. I wasn't able to respond. Let me push this up a little bit here. Yeah, man. I mean, I've never seen someone complain about I get it. My content's long, but I mean, this shit takes time. You know what I mean? I'm a busy guy, and I'm trying to do my best to fit all this in, and so I appreciate you understanding. Thank you. All right, so. No, that's so funny. No, I'm so sorry. I still apologize here. Okay. So, exactly. And you buy back in with cash secured puts. That's pretty much what it is. And it's just on autopilot. And the money you make off of that, properties, whatever, right? So, Oh, the same current. Yeah, it's a nice. I think Costco. Yeah. So overall, we're getting some consolidation in the market, which is good. Let's go ahead and pull up what's going on the chart here. Let's kind of update these. We're at 370 here. Let's update all these guys. So year to date, we're up 18%. So we're looking pretty good. Year to date, we're up 35% on alignment. Obviously now these guys have finally ticked green. This thing's still down, still recovering, but could the sympathy rally be over potentially? This drop? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Interestingly, if we were to go to Webull here, I'm still expecting some form of a pullback, just a little bit, but broke over the 200-day. And it's quite interesting, guys, because if you go ahead and look at the CNBC, which is kind of upsetting. Let me go and see if I can push this up a little higher. If we go to CNBC, these people are like, well, the market just went from fear to greed, and ultimately we should calm down. The market needs to consolidate a little bit. We need to see confirmation that the market's going up, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because a lot of these people that come on CNBC, they're not there for the institutions. They're there to mislead you, right? And how do I know this? I've been in the game for a long time, and I've seen this play out. And I can go ahead and I can make a nice video showing it, but I've shown you enough, right? I'm going to explain to you in today's video a couple things. I'll get to the market analysis after, but what I want is let's do a couple things actually before we get to the iPad, right? So overall, year to date, we're actually up now on the S&P. So now we're waiting but surely. We're above the 200-day. Now, if you look at United's trading way below its 200-day, in my opinion. So we're far from it. Humana is still trying to catch up. It got knocked down again. It's in that stage 3-4, right? So so we can get it all in there. You could see we were doing fine, and then it fell, and then it failed once, it failed again, and it failed again. So we're going to see if we can break out of this pattern. But ultimately, if you look at Clover's been fighting the 200-day, and I'm going to explain to you something that you might not understand. And this is something that institutions do. I mean, institutions are not stupid. A lot of retail investors say, oh, I have a stop loss. Don't you think we know where your stop loss is at? Don't you think we know where your stop? I mean, do you think Wall Street's stupid? Don't you think they know where to stop? Ladies and gentlemen, for all the people that are watching, the best thing that you could do if you enter a position, don't enter where you want to enter. Enter at your stop loss. And I'm going to explain to you why. Okay. Al, I thought you said before you're not messing with the big account. You only trade. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is that's the long term, but I'm slowly taking positions now and I'm activating that account. One, so I can gain the experience so I'm able to effectively teach it to you. And two, I'm getting ready to start buying up homes. So I'm actually starting that right now. So it's like a pipeline. There's a couple changes. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it now. I was going to wait, but I've made some changes on the career side, which I'm gonna. I've let Master the Chen know. There's a lot of good news coming. So because of that, I'm gonna have some more optimized time to be able to create this empire faster. I was gonna create this empire in 5-10 years from now, but because some of the stocks hit their intrinsic value and are now trading 2 to 3 years ahead, cough, cough, Palantir, I would be foolish not to take advantage of this and milk those options. So not all, but some. But it's also giving me good experience on that, and then we'll slowly get there, right? No, not borrow. It's working on LinkedIn. I think that's the other thing why I was late today. The LinkedIn it was saying wasn't working, so it's working. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. All right. Okay, so yeah. So I'm trying to figure out kind of what to do next. So let's go ahead and let's do a couple of these things, and hopefully this will try to help you break out of the matrix. And like when I make when I'm saying you can make over 100, 200K, you know, it's not a month. It's not coming out of my ass, right? I'm doing it right now, right? So it's not. It's and it's only going to get more, right? All right. So now that I'm here, let me see if this is connected. And I got to charge these just in case in the next video may not work. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share of the screen, and I'm going to share this one. So I want us to go over this video here. This is a nice one, and then we'll go ahead and respond to it. This will give us kind of an idea of kind of where, you know, how it feels like when someone breaks out of the matrix, and how you know that you're close.
What have you learned most about money?
Once you get it, it's easy to get a lot more.
I'm going to go ahead here.
What have you learned most about money?
Once you get it, it's easy to get a lot more.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like it took me 10 years to make anything. If you're like, hey Dave, you got to go make an extra 5 million in the next week, I could do that like that.
Damn.
Once you got it, it's once you get over the hump, it's just
It comes.
I remember the first time I saw it when I really got a lot. I was like, I spent 5 hours just talking about the interest I was getting on it. I couldn't believe it. It's like, I'm making money not doing it. It's just like,
That's when you're really making money, when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
when you're not working.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
the
your
best
money,
feeling.
your money's working for you, although
Yeah.
you're not working for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let me see if I can do this here. So everything's good here. Okay. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, he explains a couple of things. The first thing he says is it took a lot to get the money. So the first $100,000, that is a bitch. The first $100,000 kills you. To get that first 100K, guys, that's a tough one. That's tough. That first 100K, guys, that's the type of stuff that, like, that is a freaking war. That is a war machine to get the first 100K. Holy God, dude, that is hard. Once you get over that, you've developed the habits, the discipline to be able to push. Okay. The next hurdle, of course, is 250, then 500, but those work, right? Those push. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see here. One moment. I had to give them a stern no. So because I can't think. All right. So, but once you pass 100K, you get to 1 mil. And to get from 1 mil to 5, that's tough. That's another tough one, right? But it's not as tough as 100K. Getting 100K, I think, is harder than getting from 1K to 5 mil. Once you get to that 1 mil to 5, and by then you've developed the habits. By then you'll have 2-3 ways of income, and you've learned how to make money and how to basically make your money's money. And then once you hit $5 million, that's it. It's done. It's done. You're shitting money at that point. At that point, it's compound. Getting from 5 mil to 30 mil is easy. It's easy. Getting from 5 mil to 50 mil is easy. Getting from 30 mil to 70 mil, easy. Okay. So It's just the way it compounds, right? Because just the interest alone, as what he was saying in the video, makes you a lot, right? So that by itself makes you so much. And then you go ahead and add all the other things to increase your alpha, such as intrinsic value, options, and whatnot. Because we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about options right now. So we can, I've steered away from them from lifetime because, you guys are not ready. But just to give you a little bit more of what it means, because it's almost like have you guys used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh? Options is like the shadow realm. It's like the shadow realm, and I'm going to explain to you what that is. How to make money in the shadow realm. It's a derivative. So what does a derivative mean, right? Because I do derivatives, right? So what is a derivative? A derivative is an asset that is derived from another security, not the main one, right? So that's what a derivative is. The problem is a lot of people don't understand what these means. And it's a lot of calculus, actually. There's a lot of calculus involved in this. Actual calculus, right? And most people don't get that, and they lose their shirts. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's watch this one. Okay.
Some key tips that you can give to people about saving their money.
The key to success on saving is to take 15% of your income when you're in your 20s and invest it in the index, just a very basic portfolio, the S&P 500. You don't have to pick stocks. You don't even have to understand what a stock is. But over the period of your life, if you're taking that 15% every 2 weeks or every month, whatever it is, you make the average salary of $68,000 to $70,000. You'll end up a millionaire when you're 65 plus, $1.5 million maybe. And that's enough to live off in retirement. You won't have any debt. So it's kind of like learning how to not buy shit you don't need, because there's a lot of shit. Look in your closet. Look at all the crap you don't wear. I always use that example. Just look at all the crap you haven't put on in a year. Why don't you just throw it out? Because you don't need it, and you wasted your money on it. Could have been in an index. And I formed a product years ago when I realized, the original iteration was very sophisticated for trading stocks and bonds. And 110 million people in America don't know how to do that, and they don't have any savings. So I turned Beanstocks into the most simple product that you can download. And there's other apps too. You don't have to use Beanstocks. Use anything and just put something into an index, an ETF, and just start saving. You can watch it. It's your money. You can watch it on your phone. And I really endorse that now in a very big way. And if you don't do that, bad things can happen to you, because money is a part of your life. It always has to be. You need something to live on, and you don't want to borrow debt, not on a credit card, not at 23%. That's a really bad outcome.
Yeah. So here he says a couple of things that are interesting. He says that, you should do about 15% of your income and just put it in the S&P. Actually, I disagree. I think you should do, if you can, I think, you should do around 50%, if not more. Like if you have two people that make income in your house, you and your wife or husband, you live off of one person's paycheck and you invest the rest. Right? Because what is he talking about? Getting $1.5 million by the time you're 65? I have about 15x of that. How did I do that? Well, intrinsic value, right? Understanding when people are fearful, right? I become greedy. How do I do that? Because I have the data. Retail investors don't have the data. And I get it. They make around $60,000 a year. The ones that are smart take about 15% and invest that, and then later on they might have $1.5 million. But what the hell is $1.5 million when you're 65, right? If you were lucky to even get that far, what the hell is living off of So you're telling me you got to live off of $4,000 for the rest of your life? $4,000 a month? Are you kidding me? That's nothing. If you're single, yeah, you maybe get by, but that's nothing. If you have children, what is $4,000 going to do? You must be joking, right? So this is why I push the mastering in our software a lot, because there's going to be people that watch this video and then 25 years from now, they're going to type where Al Stock Trades is and they're going to see that lifestyle. And I hope this doesn't happen, but the biggest regret they're going to have is for them not joining Lifetime Access and learning how to become a millionaire. You already see folks like Master the Chin, who's went from 74K to 926K. That's a lot, right? And that's within a year, right? So it's a lot, and it's unfortunate. Let's do another video.
How old are you and how much do you have in savings?
I'm 72 and maybe about 50,000.
84. You really want to know?
Up to you, yeah.
So that lady, she's 72 and she only has $50,000 saved up. What are you going to do with 50K? We made 41K today, right? Think about it, right?
Yeah, if you want to tell us.
Currently, the moment 2.3 million. I'm
So this guy has 2.3 million. Nice watch, right? Did well for himself. 2.3 million. Again, you don't need much, right? But 2.3 is pretty, I would say, pretty good. But the thing is, how is he using it? How much money is he living? Again, life is not all about money. But whoever tells you that is poor, out of their mind. Whoever tells you there's more to life than money, they're poor as hell. You need money. You need money. Go out there. Go have some fun. Oh, you need money. Go out there. Go to the beach. Go take a vacation. You need money. You tell me money does not equal happiness? Yeah, there's some depressed people that are sobbing on their $1 million mansion. You know, I get it. Oh, my life is so terrible. Oh. Checks Robin Hood. It's all bullshit. All this crap, you know, obviously, you know, health is number one technically, but it's all bullshit. They tell you this so you can be okay with being poor. It's okay. There's more to life than money, right? It's bullshit. It's designed to keep you in the box. I'm trying to shatter that so you can get out of the hell matrix and learn how to invest like a rock star. All right, let's keep watching.
3 million.
I'm 75 and I've got about $70,000.
$75,000 and $70,000. Literally $1,000. She saved up $1,000 for every year of her life, approximately less.
How old am I? I'll have to think about that. 59? Yeah. I don't know. I don't look it.
She's very excited.
Savings.
Savings. Look at his face. You see his face right there? That's the face of regret. Watch. I need you to focus on his face when she talked about money. Look at, that's why we have like a 40, 50 page paper in the mastering that talks about the psychology of money. People have weird things and emotional responses to money. Look at his face. Just analyze his face.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't look it. Savings. Oh.
Look at that face. Disgust. Oh God.
Oh, probably 30 grand.
You see that? 30 grand. You can see he knows he's not doing well. He's 59 and he has 30 grand. Yeah, that's tough.
I'm 62 and have about $10,000 in savings.
I am 51 and I have maybe $500,000 in savings.
I'm 61 and I probably have about $1 million.
60 years old and savings. How much do we have in savings, darling?
Well,
He's the financial person.
probably $2 million.
Yeah. 58 and $500,000.
50 and I would have 100,000 euro. So
Euros. Okay, cool.
I'm 74 and I have 100,000 plus.
Anywho, that's sad. How does this make you feel? Do you want to be like that? Do you aspire to be like those people? Maybe some of them. I personally don't want 30 grand in my freaking savings when I'm 59 years old. I don't want to be like that. Okay. So what does that person have to do? They have to keep working. You saw him. I don't look at savings. He gets all, it's an uncomfortable topic. Okay. Okay. So we talked about that. And it's unfortunate most people don't have this type of money and they don't know how to make money and they don't know nothing about intrinsic value. We relax in the stock terminal. Stocks go down. We're like chilling. We see what smart money's doing. Oh, they're buying. We'll buy too. Yeah. Chill. We're just chilling, while everyone else is freaking out. It's crazy what data can give you, huh? Gives you peace of mind. Knowing that your future, all you got to do now is work out, be healthy, don't do stupid stuff, and you'll have a wonderful life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like short clips, we have created this new YouTube channel called Al Stock Trades Clips. We've had some, it's just only been a day old. It's like 2 days old, and you can see we've posted a lot. We already have 24 videos. I think this is going to have over 1,000 videos in the next couple of months. There's going to be a lot of short clips. It's just going to be boom, 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 boom. Okay. Obviously, the main channels is going to be this channel, and you can go ahead and subscribe if you like. Likewise, we went ahead and yesterday released it. Al Stock Trades now dominates in 44 countries and 60 exchanges, billions of data points, one terminal, total market power. So now you can access any stocks you like anywhere in the world. In fact, one of the members asked me about this company, which is, I think, a company in Sweden. And then you could see here in 2004, that's when it turned operational cash flow positive, right? In 2002 is when it was negative. So you could have figured it out and do the intrinsic value. So the best time to get in was around 2002, but you could see it turn positive. So all you had to do is pretty much, hold. So if you were to look at the stock price and take a look at, 2003 and look at when the signal came, the stock was trading at $1.35. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Yeah. 220 bagger. Now, 41 bagger. And this is a stock from, Sweden. So you see how powerful? Oh, is it Switzerland? Switzerland. Freaking Americans. We don't know shit. Europe is just a big blob. It's on the opposite. It's on the opposite side. Right? Right. So it's, you should watch South Carolina, the lady from South Carolina, when she was talking about the world. She brought education, Iraq, all of it, Africa, all in one sentence. Okay, so the thing is, you could see that how our stock terminal, right? And you could see the probably from here. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably, if I can push this out like this. Oh, you can't see it. The AI, the AI summary goes ahead and our software hooks up into your local international stock market. It goes in and it licks it. It's like it kisses it and it analyzes the data and it gives you insights, and then you make a shit ton of money. It's that simple. Okay. And just in case you're like, I don't know if this is, am I looking at this right? You go then to the community members and you say, hey, what do you think about this? What we're creating is powerful. This is game changing. Okay. All right. So now that we went ahead and talked about this, what I want to do really quickly is I want to talk to you guys about some important topics right now in regards to stop losses. This is going to be a very good, I would say, talk. I guess what we want to do first is you open up quantum charts by hitting the quantum realm here, right? You then go and type in Clove. Let's say let's do Clove, right? And let's do. We'll do a couple things. We'll do the daily, and we'll do support and resistance. Yeah. So we'll bring the iPad discussion. I'm just going to have to organize the desk a little bit here. So I'll just push this here for right now. We'll bring the iPad discussion. We'll maneuver the mic here. You guys can still hear me, right? Most people don't have maps like the children in China and South Africa, such as the Iraq. Drew, is that what she said? No freaking way, man. I can't believe I got to go. I always go back to that video and I always pick I'm like, did she really say that? Like, did she really say that? Yeah. All right, so let's hook up our wire here. And let's kind of push this like this. Get this keyboard. We're working here with small real estate, guys. Small desk. Just a nice desk, though. Okay, so we go here. And then all we got to do now is just, it's probably better if I loop it around this way. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to open up the iPad. There it is. So now that you see this iPad, a couple things. This is what we talked about yesterday. I recommend watching the video. This is pretty much your life. You work. You pretty much work all this, and then you walk out with $30,000 in savings. I'm sorry, but you failed. You failed at life. And I know that's something you don't want to hear. I know that's something you don't want to hear, but it's really the case, right? No, I know. Yeah, I slept pretty good last night. Slept pretty good. Slept around 1 a.m., 1:30, around that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring this here. Now I'm like yawning, right? Like, oh, I like sleep. So we'll do the daily, and we're gonna just copy some of these things. So I'm gonna take a little screenshot here for myself, and just remember these support lines: 292, 356, 440. Just remember these support lines, okay? We're gonna go ahead and press the support lines here. Same thing. We're gonna go ahead and do here. And then we could go ahead and remove the support lines. We can add a Fibonacci sequence retracement. It's fine. We'll maneuver this. And let's now go to, actually, let's see analyst estimates for a sec. Let's see kind of what analysts are thinking. Did they do any more updates? Yeah, they try to botch. Remember, they try to botch it up. So funny, but they don't know we can access the quarterly, so the quarterly will be able to figure out what do they want from us. Yeah, No, they know they're going to be profitable. They're trying to hide it from retail. They definitely don't like people like us. So we're still waiting on this guy to finish updating. We're going to get to over 30% institutional ownership soon. Let's go ahead and do advanced technical analysis for all. Right now, we're 3-2 on the score regarding uptrends. We're on a downtrend all time and on daily. I'm just going to scroll down here. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to put it here on the right side of my screen. The reason why this analyzes so much information that it ends up slowing down the computer. That's why we call them quantum charts. This is a very, 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 this does a whole lot of stuff, right? Very curious. Let's do a Monte Carlo projection. I'm curious. I haven't done so in a while. So yeah. Bull case on the minute, 380. Bull case on the hour, 430, 439. Bull case on 368. Yeah. So not bad. And it gives you the histogram, the analysis. And if you try to view it, it'll literally tell you you can't do it because your computer will get fried. Yeah. Only one person was able to do it. Their computer is epic. So I got to get this. Send me a screenshot. All right, so they have like a huge. They have like an $80,000 computer, which is insane. Okay, so now that we did that, now let's go ahead and go to the drawing board. Okay, so now that we got everything here, let's draw this out. Of course, just the water delivery guy. No, buddy, no, nope. All right, hold on. Oh, hey, I'm live. Okay, so the big thing here, guys, is what we need to do is how do we? So let's go ahead and let's draw out the graph. Okay. And let's go ahead and just, try to mimic the Clover Health stock price in over the past just year, right? So we were at, $1. Here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. Let me see if I can erase this. And here's 5. Okay. Well, we're at $1, right? And then we went up to, let's see where the first peak was. We went up to $3.50. And I'm going to draw this simply. It's going to be very simple. Then we fell down to $2.50. And then we went up to $4.35. And then we fell down to 3. And then we went up to, and let me just go ahead and bring this down a little bit. And then we went up to 486. Okay. And then we dropped down. I think at some point we actually dropped a lot lower. We dropped, I think, down to 280. So we dropped down at around, you know, three. Like we did like a lot of this. Of course, it's not letting me. 280. And now we're on our way here now to 370. Okay. So let me show you. So what I drew right now was this, right? So we went ahead. Let me bring this desk up. So I drew this. We went down, we did 3, then we went to 280, then we went up. Okay. So let's kind of draw this out. So about a year ago, we were at 90 cents. The first peak was around 350. Then we dropped down to 250. Then we went up to 435, around that, right? Then we came down to around 304. Then we went up to 482. Then we went down to like $3, and then like, what was it? 280. And then now it's trading around 370. Okay. So again, this takes time. I just simplify the chart, but this is about from May to May, right? It's about 1 year. This is pretty much 1 year movement. So what ends up happening is Clover has an average right around here. I'm going to put it in green. Clover's average is around right here. How do I know? Because I showed you the financial statements. They bought at an average price of $3.60. So Clover bought, Clover buys share buyback. Okay. Problem is a lot of retail investors don't know that, right? So what people do is they trade. They like to become the next Warren Buffett trader, which doesn't exist. Okay, let me go ahead and raise this up a little bit here so I can. This desk is flipping out. All right, so now that you see that, so where do you think they put their stop losses at? So if you're an investor right now, if someone can answer me, where would be a great place to put a stop loss? Again, I'm a long-term investor. I don't do stop losses, but if you're trading, to my day trading compadres, where would you put the stop loss at? Can someone tell me? Does anybody know kind of where they do it? $10 below entry. So you would put it at 369. Stop loss at 369. So that's where you would put the stop loss? Okay, interesting. So you would put the stop loss at 369, which is above Clover's buy. So you're putting the stop loss above what So Clover, so you're essentially selling above what Clover thinks is worth it. So does that sound like it makes sense to you guys? Doesn't sound right, right? It's like Clover's buying the business at $3.60, but you put the stop loss at $3.69. That doesn't seem like it makes sense to me, right? Does that seem like a wise way? But we got one. This is a vote. I would rate this a 0 out of 10. I don't like that, right? And again, it's fine. Thank you for sharing with me. But I'm not, this is not a university of liberalism and wokeism. We don't do woke shit here. If I don't like your idea, I'll say that's not a good idea, but it's okay because that's how people learn. Right? This is not a university of wokeism, right? Save that to the universities. Oh, good job. Thank you for trying. You're putting a stop loss above what Clover's intrinsic value buy-in is. Yeah, you do that multiple times, brother. You're sure going to be, the next Warren Buffett, right? Again, it's okay. Yeah, day trade, yes, because that's the F50 MA. So, okay, we're talking about MAs here, because this is getting interesting. We got, again, if I shoot down your idea, it's okay. What do you want me to do? You want me to bullshit you and say it's a good idea, right? Who's that going to help, right? But that's good. We're learning, right? And if you say it's a good idea and I say it's not, and then it ends up being a good idea, then you just destroyed me. So it's a win-win, right? Everyone wins. Okay. At moving average, potential. Look up the moving average, baby. You tell me. Where would you put a stop loss? Come on, baby. Like 200 day. Okay, let's see. Fine. I will look. 200 day is 351. So you're saying right around here. Right around here. Obviously, it's going to be on more this side. Oh wait, sorry. You're saying right around here. Obviously, it's going to be around this side, but I'm just going to put it on this side to make it a little bit easier on the graph. So you're saying we have a vote for stop loss. Here, which is on the 200-day SMA. All right. Good. 250. Okay. So your stop loss is here. So I'll say this is the second vote. Okay. Third vote. Stop loss. Okay. All right. Kevin says 290. Okay. Day trade, yes, because 50, no, 10% below Clove's entry. Okay, then tell me, Grumpy Cat. Tell me. Kick him out. Right, 358. No. So, no, we're nice. We're nice. So you're saying 358? Okay. 358. I'm going to say SL, stop loss. Fire. Okay, so fire, just burn the whole thing. We're just going to sell it all, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. What is your G cost? Go woke, go broke, literally, right? Right? Then, okay. Oh, B-Rob, told you under 3. Under 3. Okay. I'm going to say in blue. I'm going to put it in blue. Because B-Rob is blue. under 3. Bro, I'm driving like Master yesterday. Oh, you're driving? Okay, no, be careful then. Trick question, no stop loss. Don't day trade. Mic drop. That's it. The end. No. This will be good. I'm driving dangerously because I'm texting on Discord. Oh God, be careful. So someone says 3. Okay. So, we got another vote. We could say right under 3. We got 3, and we got 3 squared, right? We got that twice. $275 right below the last low. If it's doing a lower low, it's going to be a trend. Okay, so 275. So let's say right around here. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for doing this exercise for me. Wait, one moment. Hold on, wait. I got a phone call. It's my pal, Jim Cramer. Hold on. It's my pal, Jim Cramer. Hold on. Yes, Jim. Yes, what's going on, Jim? Right? It's Jim. It's Jim Cramer. What's going on, Jimmy boy? Oh, you want to thank me? You want to thank me for giving you all of the price stop losses that these retail investors have on their shares so you can drop them there and take their shares? Okay, Jim. All right, Jim. Well, what can you do for me? Well, you're going to have to get me 5 lifetime accesses, okay? All right. I'm joking. Okay. I'm joking. That's no Jim, okay? Right? So let me explain to you what the hell does that mean? And Master the Chin already starting to figure out what's going on, okay? So now we drew this graph. Everybody's selling store. I want to put a stop loss here and here and here. All those day trading YouTube channels that you watch, they're all full of shit. Okay? I'm about to explain to you. The question now is how much shit is packed in them. All right, I'm about to unpack this shit for you, okay? I'm rolling up my sleeves. Okay, so check this out. Okay. If I buy shares, there's liquidity for me, right? But if institutions buy shares, there's not a lot of liquidity for them. So what do they have to do? Right? What do they have to do? They have to bring the stock price down to hit your dumbass stop losses to activate them so they can create liquidity. Then they're waiting for one dumbass retail investor to look up the mountain like a little minion and be like, "Wah!" Or they just literally start selling. "Wah!" And they sell. And one dumbass sells to another dumbass. And then you got a whole bunch of dumbasses lined up selling. And a whole bunch of dumbasses, they all sell. Okay? Right? And it basically brings it down to the supply zone, right? All the supply is there. Boom, 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 right? And then they eat your shares. See? So whenever you see these crazy line drops, those are liquidity, right? Those are liquidity zone grabs to where they wanted to create liquidity for retail investors to sell, right? And they ate your shares. What happened here? They ate your shares. What happened here? Yum, 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 right? This guy who said his stop loss at 369 got sold out. This guy stop loss at 350, done. 358, done. 290. This guy afterwards survived. He survived. He's a survivor. No? So let's go ahead here. Those are those very thin lines that drop down. Exactly. Let's go retail. We are the goats. Are you calling me a dumbass? I don't have stop losses, but that's where I personally would started liquidating. Okay. I'm not calling you a dumb. I'm not calling you a dumbass. Okay. I'm not calling you a dumbass, but Wall Street is. Okay. Okay. This is exactly. I'm not calling you a dumbass. Okay. You don't have to. You don't have to complain to the university dean, right? Because we're at the University of Wokeism, right? No, listen. Okay. Be honest. I'm not calling you a dumbass, but these institutions, that's how they view us as. Okay. And my point is to use these visceral words to elicitate a visceral reaction. I want you emotional, right? But I want your emotion to be grinded by data. Okay. So now let's figure out. I sold cash secure puts, Al. Joke's on you. Right. Well, that's another way, right? But so it's okay. So then now we right? We went ahead and talked about this, right? Let's go now and talk about the options. So what options is, I think it's the change in stock price over the change in time. It's a moving part, right? And unfortunately, there's derivatives associated with this, which means it's calc, right? And unfortunately, when you have equations that are based on this, the move upward, if we go upward, we violently rage upwards. And if we move downwards, we violently rage downwards. Meaning that the option cycle, hey, Michelle, can you lower the AC, please? It's hot. Damn, it's hot. These 3 monitor screens are blowing heat. All right, so what these options do in these algos, hence why we have algo flow, right? Tries to pick up on this. Okay, so now that we talked about this, now let's go ahead because we have the data. We can access it through our terminal, but just I haven't released it yet. It will be released soon. I there's a couple more codes I need to do, but let me go ahead and yeah. So let's go ahead and let's go to Fintel, and let's go to CLOV. Okay. Okay. One moment. Wrong one. There. Okay. So let's go down and let's figure out. Okay. All right. UBS. Their average price is $293. Oh, that hits one of your stop losses. Jane Street. Don't bother them. They're doing call and puts. Ignore. Optimize Finance. 356. That hits another one of your stop losses. These folks are new, $4. They bought as it was dropping, thinking it's going to rebound at 4. 261 hits one of your stop losses. 356. 4, 579, 332, 270. 229, 261, 356. This is hitting all of your stop losses, guys. You guys are getting creamed. Right? So, here's B-Robs. I'll put it right under the $3, please. $293. Darn. But it was a cash secure put in his defense. So the point is, the point is if you want to be a good investor, is instead of entering a stock and then putting your stop loss, say, wait a minute, forget my entry point. Let me change my entry point to my stop loss. Buy out your stop loss. Maybe then you might actually be profitable, right? Maybe then you might actually be profitable. The information I just told you right now is probably going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And you're not going to find this anywhere. Now, if you think this is good, imagine what we offer at Al Stock Trades with the data. You literally hit the mother load. You literally be shitting bricks of cash. You don't even know where to store the cash. The cops are going to come and they're going to say, sir, is this legal? Or they're going to say yes. And they're going to say, can you help me make some? You're like, yeah, of course. Let me come here. Let me show you. This is called the stock terminal. And this is called free cash flow, right? We have a lot of cops actually in our lifetime access. Oh, I'm okay, Michelle. Thank you. I'm okay. Thank you. Let's see. Al won't call you dumbass in the Discord. B-Rob. Man, B-Rob is wild, right? I'm shitting gold bricks, sir. Exactly. Right? We're having a good time. It's nice to, have a nice big double, and make some good money, right? So ultimately, they try to get you emotional. They try to be like, oh my God, I lost all this money as the stock goes down. If you're emotional like that, get the hell out. But you see how powerful this is? All these numbers that you gave me, 275, 304, 280, 358, 290, these are all the times that institutions bought. So other people out there that are putting their stop loss, what's happening? What's happening? Okay? What's happening? Other people out there, what are they doing? Right? They're putting their stop loss, they're getting exited out, right? And then the retail institutions buy their shares, the stock price goes back up. Then they're like, oh shit. Oh, okay, that's fine. That was a bad trade. The next trade will be better. Then they go in. Watch, let me show you. This is what they do, right? They put a stop loss here, right? They get stopped out. They wait. They enter here. They're like, oh man, it's really climbing up. They enter here. They freak out. They try to recoup their money that they lost. And then all of a sudden the stock drops. They're like, it's okay. It's going to come back up. It's going to come back up. Yep. They put their stop loss here. Oh, that's a bad trade too. Well, who knows? They put their stop loss here. Listen, guys, don't you think institutions are smart? They strategically use Fibonacci sequence retracements and stop losses. At your stop losses. So now that we did this, let me see something here. Let me see. So remember those screenshots I took of the terminal? So let's see what that says. Let me see here. Keep my eye. I actually bought shares at 6. No. James, listen. The fact that you're listening, the fact that you're on the Zoom or the YouTube call right now, you're not a dumbass. Okay, there are people out there that don't know because by you being here, you know about intrinsic value. You've been following for a long time. I'm not calling you a dumbass. Okay, this is a like we're having fun, right? I mean, we're just having fun, right? It's like, this, like, let's not be nerds, let's not be, hello, and like, let's not like talk like that. Let's not be nerds, and let's have a good time, and let's make some money, right? And so no hard feelings. Of course, you're not a dumbass. Everyone that's here right now, you guys are not stupid. You guys are smart, okay? The fact that I don't have a lot of followers, our channels don't get a lot of views, and you guys are here, you guys know there's value. Okay. Right. You guys know, there's something about this that makes too much sense. And it's very frightening. All right. So I'm not calling you a dumbass, man. The fact that you're here shows a lot. Okay. Right. Because dumbasses won't be here. Dumbasses won't stay for a long life. Right. Dumbasses would go in and they would go out, watch their TikTok, and they lose money. All right. No. Scooby, no. Okay. Michelle, the AC, they getting gobbled. Yeah, they're getting gobbled. Is there a payment plan for the terminal? I have two kids under 3 years old and can't afford to. So, yes. So we have Affirm and we have PayPal. And first off, I want to thank them. Thank you, Affirm, for watching. Appreciate you for supporting our mission. That helps turn it into a payment plan. Let me show you real quick. Because there's a lot of people bought, right? And then someone bought, we got about 2 people that bought that did not use the coupon code. And you know, that's, you know, I have to go back and refund that. But the problem is, it causes a lot of delays and whatnot. So just if you can, please put in the coupon code, right? So here's the different payment plans. We have Affirm and Klarna for now, right? Dish, right? PayPal, right? Oh yeah, we also have 6 months. 6 months, no interest, right? No hard feelings. I was joking. No, yeah, no, I know, of course, but just in case there's somebody out there like, man, this guy's an asshole. No. I say this because I want you to feel upset. These assholes are dropping the stock on purpose, creating a liquidity drop so they can create a bunch of liquidity and volume, and then shares just sprinkle out from the top, and everyone's like, who, right? That's all it is. And I'm animating it because you can't really see this happening. So I mean, it's just, yeah. So it's, and I'm very passionate about it, right? So yeah, 6 months, no interest. So let me show you. But first, you want to hit SAAS, okay? You hit apply. Uh-oh. Is the sale over? Uh-oh. Maybe because I need to hit accept. Let's try again. Uh-oh. Woo-oo. Looks like I guess sales over, guys. Oops. Oh, my assistant Linda, she said, okay, we're good. Sale is good. There it goes. So $1,200 off. We have an assistant, Linda. She's my customer support specialist. Linda, I love you so much, Linda. You are the best. Okay, I cannot live without you, Linda. If you're watching this, Linda, I can't live without you. Right, Michelle. We love our Linda, right? We love our Linda. Linda, please don't leave us, okay? Linda, please. You're helping with the Al Stock Trades mission, right? All right. So Linda has graciously put up the $1,200 coupon code. So that'll drop the price. And if you want to get in contact with Linda, she's at support at alstocktrades.com. But if you want to get in contact with me, Al at alstocktrades.com, please go ahead. And yeah, Al is better because it goes directly to me, right? Okay, so here's Affirm, okay? So you click on that, right? But you have to put in the coupon code, okay? So you pay over 6 to 36 months, or you could do Klarna. Klarna is 3 to 24 months, and I don't know. Yeah, I think Affirm's better, right? But I don't know if Klarna is international. I don't know. But Affirm, you do Affirm, and 0%, so 0% interest, 6 months, or you can you could do 36 months, right? So there's the payment plan, but it's one-time payment, lifetime access, to everything we offer. Any stock market in the world, we got access to it. And we can use the artificial intelligence software to help you make money. And on top of it, you get access to over $45 million of net worth and capital that's soon going to be in the billions. Right? All right. So, excuse me. Let's see here. So there it is, Ray. Hopefully that was helpful. We had a couple people not put in the SAS coupon code, and I was worried for a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, maybe the sale was over. No, the sale's still going. Take advantage before it goes away. I was like, oh, usually she tells me, so I think we have some time, right? Let's see. $2,700 payment coming soon. Again, right? That's excellent, right? Again, 154 average only if I need the cash between my highest price. Just usually crazy. Yeah. Black swan events, right, Jeff? Like if the Moody's downgrade happened in April, the stock would have gone lower. They would have used that to get that liquidity. Snooze, you lose. Linda, 10 more days, please. Someone said, Linda, 10 more days, right? Where are you, Linda? Linda, turn on the AC. Take a look at Master. Oh, let's take a look at the Discord here. Hold on. Oh my God, that's so funny. Michelle, look. This is me. Michelle, come on, look at this. This is me, guys. Michelle. Michelle, turn off the AC. It's AI. Yeah, I know. Like yelling, Michelle, turn off the AC. You see, this is the stuff we have on the chat group. It's freaking hilarious, man. You got a little money pin there. You got a little fat ass here, dude. You got, don't have the AC. Oh. Oh shit, guys. Okay. Oh. Well, that was good. That was good. Is that the picture? Oh my God. Okay, that was good. That was good. Does it allow you to pick how many months? Yeah, of course. Let's see. Let's click here. If you click here, you can decide if you want to pay it over 6 months, 12 months, or 36 months. Like almost like Best Buy, I think, or something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Stop loss can be dangerous. Better off learning how to identify trend lines when they break, take opportunity to accumulate. Because exactly. So always like look at your support and resistance lines and understand that what these people will do is they try to put those as liquidity zones to grab your shares, yeah, for the lifetime. A friend of mine pulled a Ken this morning. Oof, right? Oof. Ken, where are you? Where are you, Ken? We miss you. Appreciate you, Ray. And once you join the family, you'll see this is a family. Who knows? You may even have someone who's lifetime near your area. We're in every continent now, which is impressive, right? So, and soon we'll meet and we'll have a great time. Right, dude, that picture had me. We got to put that as a sticker. Michelle, turn on the AC. I'm dying. The blurb from Stock Story. Oh man, that website. Huh? Yeah. So now let's see what this going on. So 292. Okay, that right there's the support line. Okay, that's probably someone's stop loss. Institutions bought at 292. I mean, really, guys, they bought right on that. Right? What was that? 293 right there. Literally 293. There's a 292. You see how I'm changing the way you think. I'm making you think like an institutional buyer. I'm training you to think like Wall Street. I'm giving you Wall Street data, but I'm changing your mentality. So most retail investors, they say, okay, there's a support line. My stop loss will be 5% under that. No, homeboy. No, you put your buy in that. You buy there, right? When they're scared, that's when you eat meat. That's when you eat the meat. Okay? Okay? Okay. So there's that. We also got a support line at 356, which is somebody said that, right? Someone said I lied. Somebody said where the hell is it? Someone said 258. Oh, I just erased it. Nope. Somebody said 258. That's around this stop loss here. So you think these institutions, you think they bought at around 358, 350? Right there. Look. Look how nasty this is. What does this say? 356. What does this say? It says 356. Ladies and gentlemen, what does this say? This says 356. This is 356. Oh my God, Linda made a lot of money. Linda, I'll tell you, Linda, she's been with us for a while. Linda, if I don't see you in a Lambo in 12 months, you're fired, right? She's beginning a Lambo. You think she likes Lambos or no? What does Linda like? SUVs? She likes SUVs, huh? Maybe she can get a Lambo SUV. Yeah. All right. So look at that. 356. What is the support line? 350. They bought at the support. Are you starting to see this? Ladies and gentlemen, the Al Stock Trades platform will give you the support and resistance lines, which are future historic buy zones for institutional investors. And guess what? Our support and resistance lines not only work for the United States, they work in 44 other countries, 60 other stock markets, ladies and gentlemen. And if you think that your international institutional investors are more crazier than ours, your institutional investors in Sweden and whatnot, they would die if they have access to this. This is the Lamborghini. What's it, Lamborghini? This is a fighter jet made in the USA. This will take you to the moon. I'm telling you that. Okay. All right. So, what else? So we just realized that these two support lines were buy zones. Okay. Let's look at this one. Okay. 333, 353, 375. We get it. Now we can analyze the whole thing. This will now use some math. So we got 371, we got 361, 349. These are all buy zones, guys. 376, 355, 348, 375, 308, 377, 364. These are all analysis that can be done in any stock market of the world. Right? I know now Linda's like, with all the money, Linda's like, watch your mouth. Michelle's like, I think you know Clover better than the CEO. No. CEO created it. He knows it more than me. Yeah, I do look at the numbers all day. That's for sure. Right? I look at these numbers all day, guys. I know you can tell me any number I know. Right? Isn't that what you want though? I'm giving you how you should be. Like you should. Warren Buffett says, always try to find someone you want to emulate. I emulate all these billionaires. I hope that maybe I'm giving you something that to aspire to. Because I came from nothing, right? So I'm just trying to teach you this because it really pains me to see people work hard but not get paid for their labor. So anyway, yes. So with that, you could see people buying at these stop losses. Okay, so now that we went ahead and talked about this, let me see now if we can just so this will save again. We'll save these for the next video. That's the setup. Yeah. think that's it. Think that's it, guys. All right, guys. Well, here. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the iPad talk and all of these interactive ways of just kind of showing you, because it's better if I just tell you, you're not going to remember. Now, this is a good example. People have put their hard sweat and tears into this, showing me their stop losses. And institutions know that. And what happens if I were to tell you there's a way to figure out where people's stop losses are? That data can be sold. And I'm trying to get that data for all of us. Oh, yes. You can find when people put their stop losses. And that is when we eat. Sadly, we will take all of the money from retail investors that don't have access to this material, which is fine. But we have our own kids to feed. They can work their 9 to 5. Well, we will hire them to work their 9 to 5 for now, before robotics takes that away from them. Time is ticking, guys. Time is ticking before robotics and all this ends us all. And the people that have assets are the ones that are going to be basically making the money, right? Okay, let's go ahead. Ray, appreciate you, brother. Linda got rich and bailed. Stock story. I mean, I gotta, I stay away from. It just doesn't seem kosher. Al only uploads on the days that ends with a Y. Let's do it. Linda says, "Watch your mouth." Guys, I love you a lot. As you can see, this is a community. We're trying to build something. And yes, sometimes I can be harsh, but I do it out of love. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't be, the people are nasty. There was a mathematician who figured out irregularities in the stock market. Oh, by the way, these support lines and resistance lines, you have to follow them with intrinsic value, right? So that you have to use more than one data. It's an onion. Use all the pieces of the onion to essentially, like, you put in the microwave, please. Use all the things in the onion. I'm using onions. She gave me an onion, right? No, so you want an onion? So you have to use everything, the support and resistance lines, all this stuff, and also the intrinsic value to formulate your thesis. You have to use all of that, right? But as you can see, guys, there's this asshole mathematician back in the 60s. He was using this equation that was able to give him an edge on the market, and he just used it for himself. He used it to enrich himself. Listen, guys, I could stay quiet, and a lot of people would have sold, and probably Clover would have gotten under 60s. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of people would have sold. I would have kept quiet, and I would have just kept gobbling shares, and I would be on my way right now making a shit ton of money, right? And then I would have made all that money on Palantir, HIMS, and all that by myself, right? But the thing is, I created this community because ultimately we are stronger together, okay? Now, just like in the beginning, I showed you a bunch of these elderly people that have, $30,000 saved up. You have a couple decisions. You could go ahead, be a passive recipient of knowledge, and be on the sidelines and watch us in 25, 30 years become multi-millionaires. I'm already a multi-millionaire. Imagine what's going to happen. And you can see other people get rich, and then you look at your account and you realize that you don't have much, and you realize you made the wrong mistake. Or you can join a platform of like-minded investors, access to over 2.5 billion outputs of institutionally graded data, a platform that I actually teach you how to use, a platform that has lifetime access members that are all parts of the world, diverse, right? We don't have a diversity statement, right? We're not woke. We take everyone who's smart. And because of that, we have crazy diversity here, right? We don't have to put a little finger on the little haystack or on the weighing, right? We can get the diversity by recruiting the best, because the people that come to us see the value, right? And they are ultimately the best. Very smart people. Surgeons, doctors, engineers, lawyers, carpenters, someone who owns gas stations, we have an OnlyFans model. That is interesting, right? She allowed me to be okay to disclose that. she did not allow me to disclose. I didn't ask, right? If that's what you're wondering, I didn't ask, right? I don't want to know. Michelle laughed. Yeah, I love, happy wife, happy life, right? But she wants to make her money work for her, right? And she'll be the next Warren Buffett. I can tell you that, right? So we have people from all over the world. We have truckers, we have nurses, we have doctors, we have electricians. We even have a freaking janitor. You know those stories of those janitors becoming multimillionaires? Well, this is this guy. This guy probably is going to make more money than the CEO. I freaking love that. I love stories like that. That's the American story, right? So it's hard to enter the stock market because it's hard to understand the numbers. We teach that to you. And we have a community of like-minded investors. So you've seen testimonials, you've seen people. This is not a scam. If you guys are watching from, screw you for scamming on YouTube. Screw you for putting a tasteful mouth in retail investors to make it very hard for me to be able to showcase the beauty that I curated, right? To all the YouTubers out there that scam people. I'm going to turn $100 into $100K. Screw you, you piece of shit. Screw you, right? To a point where it's hard for actual good content to meet your eyes. But for the folks that are watching, this is the place to be. I am building a mecca for retail investors to thrive in. God bless you all. Okay. And let's see here. Let me go to let me go to the comments real quick. Hello, everybody. What's going on, Ryan? The onions. Peel back the layers. Exactly. Best financial investment in my life, even better than college. Exactly. I teach this at a college level, but I teach it at a high school way. Okay. I love to, someone came, they emailed me. They're like you're explaining it to me and I'm actually understanding. And I thank the Lord for being able to give me this gift. My only ask to you is once you make all this money, support your local church, support your local area, donate, once you have, because you're going to be making a shit ton of money. If you know this information and you have access to this data, you're pretty much, you're going to set your own Wall Street in wherever you are in Timbuktu. I have shares at $1 average and I'm short 4 puts. Let's go. If you're watching Al's videos and you are not in the stock terminal group, you are crazy. I love you, Al. We need to, shitbird for the channel. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. You look up financial education, you're like, what in the world? It's like a paradox. Right? If that's financial education, then I should call myself financial destruction. If you know what I mean, right? Just the opposite day. I'm behind again. I don't stop loss. I don't do stop losses. This is an awesome explanation as to why the stock moves how it does. Excellent. And here's the thing, guys. Listen. I wasn't born with this information. I know how hard this is. Okay. Some of these folks, I just started trading. I get it. The reason why I know this is because I've been in the game for 14 years, going on 15, right? I think you can do it better than me because I'm showing you everything and I'm creating a software that'll take you from zero to hero and the educational and the people, everything. So we have people that join that started doing what hedge funds doing like day one, which is insane. Like Turd came in with hands flying out. He started calculating intrinsic value from day one. I get it. It's tough. But understand, it's because I've seen this a lot and I've seen it play out a lot. But guess what? Now that you know this and have all this data, guess how much of an edge you have to someone who doesn't know nothing. 401k, doesn't trades in and out. Retail investors that just got in, an 18-year-old just swiping up on Robinhood for the first time. Of course, they'll donate. They'll give you they will sell to you. So take their stop losses, right? Because my platform will show you where the stop losses are at. And that's where you make money. Okay. I'm behind again. I don't do stop losses. Oh, good. When Clove makes me a multi-millions, no one around me will be broke. And I truly mean that. I will move to a wealthy neighborhood. You're like, I'm getting my ass out of here, right? The ghetto no more. I like that. Honestly, this needs to be a shirt. I'm going to copy it. This needs to be a t-shirt. Okay, I just copied it. All right, guys. God bless you all. For the folks that are waiting, idling, seeing all the success and the stuff, I don't know what you're waiting for, right? We have no competitors. Nobody is doing this. Why? Because no one is willing to put in the hard work. I am, because I see the vision and I see what we can become. So if you want to join us, learn this material and become a soldier, you'll be right there with us when the recession comes. And that is when we're going to make the most of our money. God bless you all. And I will see you on the next one.
Through the highs and lows, we stay strong. Albert's voice guiding us all along. Clover's growth, we're playing like a song. Investing right, never going wrong. Stocks are climbing, reaching for the skies. Albert's insights cutting through the lies. Retail dreams standing tall, they rise. In this world of trades with a prize. Fortune calls, Albert leads the way. Retail winners here to seize the day. Clover's health, dollars gonna sway. In this game, no more bills to pay. Through the highs and lows, we stay strong. Albert's voice guiding us all along. Clover's growth, we're playing like a song. Investing right, never going wrong.